Yeah, we're good to go. Okay, hello everybody. My name is General Zunite and I am back with another Marvel Champions video. Today we are just testing out a new deck instead of playing X23 again. I'm playing a completely new character, Magik. She's a mystic and she will, here you go. We're playing Mystic.
The new
I have a
character.
We're playing Magic, and she is a Mystic. I'm testing a new deck for her as well. I am testing Justice Magic with Float Like Butterfly as the key card in the build. I will explain how this deck works. Let me just finish this here. All right. Okay, we're good here. All right. So we are playing Magic. I will explain how this deck works and what's its key features in this deck. So, first of all, we are playing Magic. She has two versions. She has the Ilian Rasputin, which is her alter ego, which she comes with two thwart, no, free recovery. So she recovers for free. Which and then she has an interrupt which says she starts with 10 HP, and she has an interrupt that says when you change to a hero form, choose a spell in your discard pile and put it on top of your deck. So this basically lets me search my discard pile for a spell card and put it on top of my deck. And I have a few spell cards I have a few cards that are spells in the deck. And this is her hero form. And for this one, she has one thwart, two attack, and two defense. She's a Mystic X-Men, and she has played the top card of my deck face up. And once per phase, I may play the top card of my deck as if it was in my hand, reducing its resource cost by one. So basically, what that means is I can play a card from my top of my deck. Let's face up as a regular card with one less cost to play it. And I am dealing with Unus, and it's just a standard Unus. He has toughness, one scheme to attack, and if the amount of threat on gene pool is at least three, he gains basically depending on how much amount is on the gene, how much threat is on this thing here called gene pool. That's what's gonna happen. So it starts with four, which basically allows him to do the first ability, which says if the amount of threat on Jinpu is at least 3, 6, or 9, right now it's only 4, he gains 1 retaliate, which means he's going to deal him 1 damage back. He starts with 12 HP, and on top of that, he has toughness. Uh, the way I built my magic deck, it's a justice deck. What I'm focusing with this deck on is this card here. Flow like butterfly. What this card does is that it's a skill, so it's an upgrade that stays on the field. I can play under any player control max one per player. Has an interrupt when a card you control attacks a confused enemy, increase the amount of damage that attacks deal to that enemy by one. So basically, I have cards that will let me confuse enemy more often, like Professor X lets me confuse. I have some allies I added as well. For example, one of the allies, Banshee confuses after she hit words confuse a minion. So he gets to confuse a minion. And then on top I also have Dazzler, and she has after she enters play confuse an enemy. So basically I have a lot of cards in this deck that let me confuse enemies. Cypher as well. After Cypher attacks and damages a confused enemy, I draw one card. And yeah, so basically my goal is to have the enemy confused as much as I can, and then float like a butterfly out on the field, which will give me a specific bonus depending on what it does. Because what like butterfly does is when a character you control attacks a confused enemy, increase the amount of the damage that attack deals to the enemy by one. So this basically increases the damage to the enemy confused enemies by one. Sorry guys, my sleeves are just a little stick. I don't know why they're sticking up on each other, sticking on each other too much, so much. And I start with 10 HP, and we will see how this goes. This again, I am testing this new deck. I made it last night, so I'm just testing to see how it goes. Then the other card I have is the Hunting Gene Traitors is part of the setup for Unus, which says force response after resolving step one of the villain phase, place one threat on Gene Pool. And if this scheme is completed, the players lose the game. So if this scheme gets completed, I lose. It shouldn't be too bad because the main I have to get 11 threat on here to lose, so I have a lot of time to deal with him. So anyhow, let's get started. I'm gonna draw my 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I have to shuffle it better because I did not shuffle it. Okay. Alright, so I shuffle my deck, draw up to 6 cards, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, I will then start my turn by paying. What does this do? Wind, lay the trap, upgrade. Okay, so I'm gonna first have Ileana flip. I'm gonna flip her to hero form to get started off. To get started off with. So let's. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I'm gonna. She's in the hero form, which now I put the top card face up, and its basic spell, which is play only if my identity has the Mystic trait, and this has 3 options. It's a hero action. Choose one of the 3 options. Either heal 3 damage from an identity, remove 3 threat from a scheme, or deal 3 damage to an enemy. And once per turn, I can play my card as if it was a card in my hand for 1 less cost. So I will do that. I'm gonna pay 1, and I think the card I'll pay for now is going to be. Let me see here. Hold on, start. Let me see. Stepping in here, just magic escapade. Deck, Rebro. Says the play scheme does 5. Okay, I'm gonna pay Cerebro to play base to cast basic spell for 1 less, And I'm going to remove free threat from the scheme. So I'm going to remove free threat from gene pool. And then after that, I'm going to pay 2. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to have magic thwart for 1 to get rid of to remove all threat from gene pool. It says first response after ally is defeated by anything other than consequential damage, place free threat here. So then after that, I'm gonna pay 1. So I'll be paying. I think we'll go with the crown for now. Pay 1. Actually, no, that's one of the key cards. So instead, I'm actually gonna pay. Yeah, I'm gonna pay lay the trap as a 1 to play stepping disc. I get to ready my hero and choose a magic card in my discard pile. And that's not named Stepping Stone or Magic card. You know what? Yeah, I'll do this instead. Discard pile not named Stepping Disc as ready your hero, so I'm gonna ready Magic, and then choose a Magic card in my discard pile not named Stepping Disc and put it on top of my deck. So I'm gonna choose the Magic's Crown and put it on top of my deck. And I play I play with the top card of my deck face up. So this first lets my cards be cast for 1 less. And after that, I'm going to pay 2. Yeah, I'll pay 2. Actually, no. I'll just end my turn. I'm gonna have her attack for 2 on Unus to get rid of the tough status card. And then I will end my turn. So I draw up to 5. And I'll ready up. And I will end my turn. Yeah, I'll end my turn. Now it is the villain's turn. So the main scheme goes up by 1. So after use force response after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 threat on gene pool. So I add 1 threat on gene pool as well. And then Unus is going to attack. I'm going to defend for 2. Unus is attacking for 2 plus 2, that's 4. I defend for 2, I take 2. Or actually, as he's attacking, I'm going to pay 1. I'm going to pay 1 to play Magic Barrier. When he initiates an attack, prevent 3 damage of this attack. If the top card of my deck has energy release icon or a wild resource icon, deal 3 damage to the enemy. So I prevent 3 damage. So I was taking 4, I prevent 3, I only take 1 damage. And since I have the top card is an energy card, I deal 3 damage to Unus. So 1, 2, and 3. Just like that. Okay, I then gain an encounter card, reveal it. Infinite Soldier with Guard. If the amount of threat on Gene Pool is at least 3, he gains Quick Strike. If it is 6, it also gains Surge. If it's 9, it also gets plus 3 hit points. So now it is my turn. And I don't need to defend because I used that, yeah. It is my turn. I am going to pay 2 to play Float Like a Butterfly, which basically when a character you control attacks a confused enemy, increase the amount of damage that attack deals to that enemy. And then I'm gonna have Magic attack toward for actually I'm gonna have her attack for 2 on Infinite Soldier, so he takes 2 damage. And I will end my turn here. So I'm gonna draw up to 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now it is the villain's turn. Uh, this main skin goes up by one, which also triggers the force response on hunting gene traitors to put one threat on gene pool. And then Unus is going to attack for two. I will defend for two plus whatever is here. Two plus one, that's three damage. So I defend for two, take one. And then Infinite Soldier is going to attack me for two, which I have to take since I don't have any allies out yet. Drops me down to 6 HP. And then I gain an encounter card, reveal it. Dark Designs, when revealed, place one pursuit counter on Pursuit by the Past. If it has any counters on it, the villain schemes. So Unus is going to scheme as well. So that goes one plus a boost. After this action, we'll place one pursuit counter on Pursuit by the Past. So we get one more on the main scheme. And yeah, now it is my turn. I am going to. I'm gonna pay one to play Mystical Armor, and then I'm gonna pay two to play for Justice, and I'm going to remove free threat from the scheme. I'm gonna remove free threat from the Hunting Gene Traitors, and afterwards, I think I'm gonna have to flip to Alter Ego, and I will end my turn. So I'm gonna draw up to 6, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and I'll ready up. It is the villain's turn. Oh, yeah. So this will go up by 1, as well as it will add +1 on Gene Pool. Then Unus is going to scheme for 1 plus 1, that's 2. And the Infinite Soldier is going to scheme for 1. And afterwards I gain an encounter card, reveal it. I get Dark Shide. I may flip Gift to Ilya Rasputin. I may flip to Alter Ego, choose Exhaust Ilya Rasputin, remove Dark Side from the game, deal 1 damage to each card I control, and then discard his obligation. I'm gonna exhaust. I'm gonna use this. Exhaust Ilyana Rasputin, remove Dark. I'm gonna remove this from the game. And then it is my turn. I am going to pay 4. Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna flip her to Hero form, and I can use her ability when I change to Hero form. Choose a spell in my discard pile and put it on top of my deck. So choose a spell in my discard pile. And put it on top of my deck, and since in Hero form I play with the top card revealed. Very nice. It's Magic Berry I just got from the graveyard. And afterwards, I'm gonna pay 1 to play Soul Sword, which is Magic's base card against piercing. And where the top card of my deck has a strength or a wild resource, she gets +1 attack. And then I'm gonna pay 2 to play Soul Strike, deal 4 damage to an enemy if the top card of my deck has a strength or wild resource. I can stun that enemy. I have a strength, and I'm gonna attack, deal 4 damage to Unus. 2, 3, and 4. And stun that enemy. So I'm also going to stun him. And then I'm gonna end my turn, so I'm gonna, oh, this goes here. I'm gonna end my turn, so I'll draw up to 5. And I play with the top card revealed. And I'll end my turn, so I get to ready up Magic. Okay, it is now the villain's turn. This will go up by 1, which also puts 1 on Gene Pool. That puts it at 4. That's 3, 4. We're at 5 on the main scheme. And 4 on Gene Pool. And then Unus is going to attack, but since he has toughness, he doesn't. He has stun, so he cannot attack. So this gets discarded instead. And then Infinite Soldier is going to attack for 2. I'm gonna pay 1 to play Magic Barrier. I prevent 3 damage of the attack, and if the top card of my deck has an energy or other resource, deal 3 damage to the enemy. So I'm gonna deal 3 damage to Infinite Soldier, which takes him out. And then I gain an encounter card, reveal it. Infinite Hunter. When revealed, deal 3 damage to an ally. I control no ally, so I don't take any damage. And now it is my turn. I am going to pay 2, 4 to play Feral. And when after Feral Thwarts, discard the top card of my deck. For each resource icon discarded this way, deal 1 damage to the villain. Actually, no. No, I'm gonna pay 4 to play Feral. And now with her out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have her attack for 2 on Infinite Hunter. She takes 1, and I'll have Magic to attack for 3 on Infinite Hunter. So that's gonna take him out. And then I am going to flip to Alter Ego, and I'll draw up to 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'll ready up all my stuff. Okay, it is the villain's turn. This goes up by 1. This goes up by 1 as well. So this is at 5. And now since there's 5, he has retaliate 1. He is going to scheme for 1 plus whatever is here. 1 plus 3. 3 plus 1, that's 4. 6 plus 4, that's 10. Okay, I need to start thwarting. And then I gain an encounter card, Legions of Hydra. When revealed, if this comes into play with 3, and if Madame Hydra is not in play, search encounter deck and discard for Madame Hydra and put her into play, engage with me. Maybe I should just have used the rule that is recommended because I'm doing a random setup, which is Unus, and the module is Legions of Hydra. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to win this one. Could probably not the best. We'll see. So I cannot deal any damage to her while Legions of Hydra is in play. Okay. Yeah, maybe I should have done just the regular, the Nightmare. Because Legends of Hydra is one of the more harder modules. We'll change it, and if we end up losing here, we'll change it for the next one. So, anyway, she comes into play. I can encounter card this, yeah. Alright, it is now my turn. I am going to pay. I'm gonna heal for free, and then I'm gonna pay 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm going to play Dazzler. Action to play confuse an enemy. I'm going to confuse Unus. And then I'm gonna have Feral Thwart for 2 on the main scheme. 10 minus 2. 10 minus 2 is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And after Feral Thwarts, discard the top card of my deck for each resource icon. Discard this deal 1 damage. So discard the top card of my deck. It is build support. 1 resource I deal 1 damage to the villain. And then I'm gonna have Dazzler, Thwart for 2 on Legions of Hydra. 3 minus 2 is 1. She takes 1 damage from that. I will then flip to hero form. And I'm gonna ready up and end my turn. So drop to 5, 3, 4, and 5, and do the top card, which is X-Mansion. And afterwards, I'm gonna end my turn, so I'm gonna ready her, and I will be ending my turn. Alright, so it is the villain's turn. This goes up by 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Madam Hydra, he is confused, but he will still attack. I'm going to defend with Feral. So that's 2 plus 3, 3 plus 2, that's 5. So Feral is defeated. Oh, and I forgot to do her ability. When I change to hero from choose display my discard pile and put it on top of my deck. I'm gonna go with Magic Barrier and put that on top of my deck, actually. Alright, and then Madam Hydra, she's going to attack for 2. I'm gonna actually defend with Dazzler, so that's 2. She takes 2, that defeats Dazzler. And after she attacks or since plays 2 threat on Legions of Hydra, so 1 minus plus 2 is back to 3. And then I gain 2 encounter cards instead. Hydra Soldier, Infinite Pilgrim Revealed, use active units activate against you if another threat on Gene Pool is at least 6, heal 3 damage from Unus, so I heal 3 from him. And if there is 6, he also gains Retaliate and Stalwart, so he's gonna activate against me and attack for 2 plus 2, that's 4. I will use her once per phase ability to use Magic Barrier Defense to prevent. Oh, when the top card of my deck is Science. Enemy issues an attack, prevent 3 damage from this attack, so I prevent 3 damage and I take 1. And then she's gonna attack for 2, which I'm gonna defend. That puts 2. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the Hydra scene. I mean, the Madam Hydra for the next play phase. Yeah, so she attacked for two, and then he's gonna attack for two, which I have to take. And I gain two encounter cards. God damn it. I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. Well, it is my turn. I am gonna pay two, three, and four to play Banshee, and I'm gonna have him thwart for two. Yeah, I'm gonna restart because yeah, this deck is too difficult. Like this is really difficult, especially if I use the. Yeah, I'm gonna restart the deck, the game. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be using Legions of Hydra. It's difficult for soul. Yeah, I'm gonna restart because I'm not. I don't think I was playing the deck properly. Yeah, it's my first time playing Magic, so I'm still figuring her gimmicks out and how she plays and all that. We're trying this again, and we are just using the decks that are supposed to be used with Unus instead of doing random modules. Five, toughness. All right, so we'll try this again. One, two, three, four, five, and six. All right, so we are playing Magic, and I am using Justice and going up against standard Unus, or how you pronounce his name. And yeah, so this is my hand. I'm gonna flip to her hero form, which lets me play the top card revealed. I will start by playing Spiritual Meditation. There are two cards, choose a card, choose and discard one card from my hand. So I draw two cards. and choose a card and discard from one card from my hand. So I'm gonna discard, I think, one of the magic barriers. I have two in my hand. I will then pay one to play Cerebro. Play only if I have a mutant trait. And does she have a mutant trait? She does have a mutant trait as a hero. I mean, as a alter ego. So I'm gonna play this. Or do I want to wait? Yeah, I'm gonna actually wait. So what I'm gonna do next is actually top card place is revealed. I am actually going to play another. I'm gonna play another Spirit Meditation. I draw two cards and choose and discard one from my hand. I think Cerebro. You know what? Let's go. Let's do that. Let's get rid of that first. Top card is revealed. Perfect. That's actually what I was looking for. Because what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to pay two, one and two. I'm going to play Exorcism, so remove four threat from the scheme. In the top card, so I remove four threat from Gene Pool. And if the top card of my deck has a science, which it does, I confuse the villain, so I also get to confuse him. And then I'm gonna have Magic attack for two on Unus together with the tough status card. And afterwards, I'm gonna pay one to cast Soul Strike. Deal 4 damage to an enemy if the top card of my deck has a Strength or Reason or Wilderness. Wild, which it doesn't, I get 2 stun, but I do 4 damage to Unus on top. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just like that. And then I am going to pay one to play stepping disc. I get to ready my hero, so I'm gonna ready magic. And choose a magic card in your discard pile and not name stepping disc and put it on top of my deck. So I'm gonna choose magic barrier and I'll put it on top of my deck. And then I'll have magic attack for two more on Unus, push him down to 6 HP. And then I will end my turn, so I'll draw up to 5, 5, ready her, and end my turn. It is the villain's turn, so this will go up by 1, which will trigger the force response, putting Gene Pool on top of that. And then Unus is going to attack for 2 plus what is here. I'm going to pay 1. I'll pay Limbo to play Magic Barrier. So he is doing 2 plus whatever is here. 2 plus 2, that's 4 damage. I prevent 3 damage from this deck. If at the top card of my deck has this energy resource, which it does, I deal 3 damage to attacking enemies. So I'm gonna deal 3 more damage to Unus. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I then gain an encounter card. Reveal it. Evil Alliance. Reveal each Nemesis minion. If there's no minions, place 3 pursuit counters on pursued by the path. So I get 3 counters on here. One more, and my thing will trigger. Okay, it is now my turn. I'm gonna pay 2 Yeah, I'm gonna pay 2 to play Float Like Butterfly, which is my main card, key card in this deck, which is whenever a cat I control attacks a confused enemy, increase the amount of damage that attack deals to the enemy by 1. So I'm gonna have Magic attack for 2 plus 1, so 3 damage. That takes from Unus down to yeah, that takes Unus down to phase 2. Nothing. He is still confused. He gets a tough card, and again, just like always, nothing really too special here. And I will end my turn. So I'm gonna draw up to 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reveal the top card. Actually, I'm gonna flip to her alter ego for now. Yeah, draw up to 6 instead. And I'm going to end my turn here and ready her. It's the end of my turn, so now it's the villain's turn. This will go up by 1. This goes up by 1. Unus is going to scheme, but he is confused, so that doesn't trigger. This one has 15 HP. And I gain an encounter card, reveal it. Attached to an intermediate, otherwise this card gains Surge, so I gain a Surge, which plays Infinite Soldier on the field. Okay, it is my turn. I'm gonna pay 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna play Dazzler. I get to confuse an enemy. I'm gonna confuse Unus. I will then flip to Hero Form, which has an interrupt, and I change the Hero Form, choose a spell in my discard pile, and put it on top of my deck. I think right now my best bet would be Stepping Stones for now. And then I'm gonna have Magik attack for 2 on Infinite Soldier, but since I have only no, actually gonna have no, I have to. I'm gonna Magic attack for 2 on Infinite Minion, and then I'll have Dazzler attack for 1 on Infinite Soldier as well. So that takes him out. She takes 1 damage. And then I will pay 1. Yeah, I'll pay 1 to Actually, I don't have to pay any of them. I'm gonna play Stepping Disc as will be in my hand. I get to ready my hero. I choose a card in my discard pile, not named Stepping Stone. Choose a magic card in my discard pile, not named Stepping Disc, and put it on top of my deck. Gonna go with Magic Barrier because that card is really useful to have. I will then pay 1 to play Soul Sword, which her attacks will have piercing, and the top card of my deck has a strength resource, which gets +1 attack. So she has 3 attack now, and I'm gonna have her attack for free on Unus. And since he has the tough card, since I have piercing that shuts down toughness, and I also deal 3 damage to him. But since he's confused, I deal 4 damage instead. So that will drop him down to 11 HP, just like that. And then I'll end my turn, so I'll draw up to 5, 3, 4, and 5. Ready up, flip her to flip my next card. And that's it for my turn. It is the villain's turn. This will go up by 1. Uh, which will also set this to go up by one. And then Unus is gonna activate. He's gonna attack. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna pay one to play Magic Barrier. Uh, when enemy initiates an attack, prevent free damage. So he's doing 2 plus 2, 4 damage. I prevent 3 of that damage and I take 1. And if I had my top card was an energy or wilderness resource, I do 3 damage to the enemy, which it unfortunately isn't. But anyhow, so that's that. I gain an encounter card, reveal it, attach to Unus. After Unus attacks and defeats an ally, place 1 threat on Gene Pool. He gets +1 attack. After I make a basic attack against Unus, spend 1 energy, 1 strength to discard this card. Now it is my turn. I am gonna. I'll use this to pay 1. Actually, no, I'll play this first. The top 3 cards on my deck. Draw 1, discard 1, and put that one on top of my deck. I'll discard this. I'll draw that, and I'll put this on top of my deck. Okay, next I'm actually gonna pay 2. Yeah, I'll pay this to play Magic's Crown. She gains steady, and on top card of my deck has a science resource. She gets +1 thwart, so she gets 2 thwart. I'm gonna have Dazzler thwart for 2 on Gene Pool. What do I want to do? No, let's do it on main. So I'm gonna thwart for 2 on the main scheme. She takes 1 damage. And then I'm gonna have Magik attack for 3 on limits, but since he's confused for like butterfly triggers, I increase damage by 4. So I do 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. And then I'm gonna use her ability to play a card from my top of my deck as if it was a card in my hand. Now pay the Power of Justice as a 1 to cast Soul Strike. I reveal the top card of my deck. It's an energy card. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. So I'm gonna deal 4 damage to Unus. And it also has Interrupt, which I believe is when a card you control attacks a confused enemy. And this is an attack, so I believe this also triggers. So I deal 4 plus 1, 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That puts Unus down to 2. And I get to stun him if I have a strength or wild resource out, which I don't. I'll end my turn, so I'll drop to 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ready up Magic. And I will end my turn. It is now the villain's turn. This goes up by 1, which also puts +1 on here. That's put at 4. He is then. Oh, yeah, so the top card had to be revealed. He's going to attack. When he's attacking, I'm actually going to pay 2 and 1 that's free to play Colossus because he has an interrupt, which is when an enemy attacks, you play Colossus from my hand, paying his resource cost, and declare him the defender without exhausting him. And he has toughness, so he's going to be the defender. So that's 2 plus whatever is here. That's 2 plus 1, that's 3 damage. His toughness. So he defends, the toughness gets removed, he stays around, and his attack fails. I gain an encounter card, reveal it. It is called Targeted for Extermination. When defeated, the player who defeats the scheme confuses their identity. And now it's my turn. I'm gonna pay 2 to play basic spell for 2. And I'm just gonna go for the final one, deal 3D, choose one. if I have Mystic Trade, which I do, and I deal 3 damage to the enemy. So I deal 3 damage to Unus, and I defeated him. Okay, guys, so this is the game. This was my new deck. I like it. I might do a few small changes as the cards I really don't need in here. But yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I started a little late. I usually stream at 1 to 2, but today I started a little late because I got busy at in real life. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be post. This is gonna be. You can find this on my YouTube channel in the one shots playlist as well. And I will see you guys next time. If you like this stuff, if you like my content, feel free to subscribe and like and share. And hope to see you guys next time on in the next Marvel Champions uh, one shot, which I'm gonna do next week. But anyway, thanks again, guys, for joining me. I will see you guys next time. General Zone 90 out.